It's that time of month again where we bring you a new pile of games that will inevitably make the games that are already in your backlog jealous. This month we get to revisit some familiar tales, get acquainted with new ones, and do a little jig in the middle of all of it. My name's Ron Burke, I'm the editor-in-chief for GamingTrend.com, and here's 10 games we'd like to play with you this November. Star Ocean, The Second Story R. Originally released in 1998, this is Star Ocean, The Second Story's second re-release, the first being on the PSP. However, this version is a remake built from the ground up, featuring fully 3D environments and gorgeously animated 2D characters. Play as either Claude or Rena to experience the story from two different perspectives and recruit exclusive characters in this action RPG. Star Ocean also features a ton of customization options, from lowering encounter rates and synthesizing items through alchemy, to fishing in any body of water and completely breaking the game with accessories. Star Ocean: The Second Story R releases for Switch, PC, and PlayStation on November 2nd. The Talis Principle 2. What does it mean to be a civilization? Answer that question and others when you dive back into the world of the Talis Principle. The Talis Principle 2 is the indirect sequel to the first game, and it tasks the player character with answering questions that are greater than oneself. You wake up as 1K, the 1000th humanoid robot created to inhabit New Jerusalem to rebuild a society that died along with humanity. The game brings back the puzzle-solving gameplay from the first installment, but adds new mechanics to help you overcome fresh challenges. We got to see some of these new mechanics in our hands-on preview a few weeks ago, including the RGB converter, which takes two colored beams and combines them to make a third colored beam. The game also opens up to give the player more chances to explore the world that 1K inhabits. See if you can answer life's biggest questions when the Talis Principle 2 releases on November 2nd on Xbox, PlayStation, Linux, Windows, and Mac. WarioWare Move It. Grab a pair of Joy-Con controllers and get moving. Wario is back with a multitude of motion-based minigames in WarioWare Move It. You'll shake, punch, dance, wiggle, and yes, even curtsy your way through over 200 fast-paced microgames. The secret is perfecting your form. You'll have to perform and master some truly ridiculous moves. In the story mode, you'll help Wario complete a series of microgames to escape the mysterious Woods Watchers. The story can be played solo, or a friend can join you with another set of Joy-Cons for some couch co-op fun. Switch over to Party Mode where up to 4 players can play, each with one Joy-Con, and they can laugh it all up in local co-op. WarioWare Move It releases exclusively on the Nintendo Switch on November 3rd. Nickelodeon AllStar Brawl 2. The AllStar Brawl is back and bigger than ever. The all-new original story features roguelike mechanics, minigames, boss rush, and more. You'll put your skills to the test to stop Danny Phantom archvillain Vlad Plasmius from taking over the Nickelodeon universe. There are new super abilities, refined gameplay mechanics, and new offensive and defensive options, resulting in a fresh take on platform fighting gameplay. There are many characters returning to the roster, but the game will also introduce new characters, with each one bringing their own unique flair and abilities to each brawl. You can play these characters in the campaign, or head online with a new crossplay and updated lobby system. The brawl begins soon. Pick up Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 on November 3rd on your platform of choice. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. After faking his death, Kazuma Kiryu wanted to live a quiet life and protect his family. However, there's no rest for the weary, and he's soon thrust back into the conflict by a mysterious figure who's trying to drive him out of hiding. Return to the beloved action brawler style of previous Like a Dragon games, with two distinct styles, Yakuza and Agent, to fight your way to freedom. Explore Sotenbori and Yokohama as you investigate who's behind this madness. This is just one of 2 Like a Dragon games we have to look forward to, with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth expected to release in January. Yakuza fans have a lot to look forward to. You can pick up Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, when it launches on November 9th for the PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. 3 things are certain in life: death, taxes, and Call of Duty. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is here and bringing with it a whole load of new content. The annual release has listened to its players, adding back movement options and raising the time to kill in multiplayer. Beyond that, all 16 Modern Warfare 2 maps from 2009 return, satisfying those of us who've waited a very long time to run around High Rise and Terminal. Pair the multiplayer with a killer-looking campaign featuring Makarov and open-world zombies, and it's time to enlist, soldier. The beta showed a lot of promise, and we're excited to jump back in when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 releases on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC on November 10th. Assassin's Creed Nexus VR. If there's a wishlist game for any Assassin's Creed fan, this is it. First-person, virtual assassinations, and the return to the world of Connor, Cassandra, and Ezio as you track down Templars and interact with historical figures from antiquity? Check, check, and check. Abstergo Industries has found a way to retrieve powerful lost artifacts, and you'll need to hop into the shoes of all three of these legendary assassins to stop them from manipulating history. Exclusive to the Quest 2 and 3, this game is primed to take full advantage of Meta's new headset, giving us Assassin's Creed gameplay unlike anything we've ever played before. This is a must-have for anyone with a VR headset. You'll climb and parkour your way through historically accurate open maps with a full 360 degrees of navigation and use of real-world motions to block, parry, and counterattack in duels with reactive enemies. Take the leap of faith when Assassin's Creed Nexus VR releases on November 16th. Persona 5 Tactica. An emotional uprising begins. After a strange incident, the Phantom Thieves find themselves in a bizarre realm where its citizens are living under tyrannical oppression. After being rescued by the mysterious individual named Irina, they find themselves wedged in the middle of a revolution. The fan-favorite cast returns in an all-new story, and they'll be joined by a new roster of allies to take down new foes in this thrilling combat adventure. You'll assemble your team to square off in turn-based combat, unleashing powerful personas and using an assortment of weapons to wipe the enemies out in style. Lead an uprising of the heart, and, for the first time ever, pick up this Persona title on just about any platform on November 17th. Super Mario RPG. Mario's first and fan-favorite RPG is finally back and perhaps better than ever. Super Mario RPG on Switch is a full remake of the SNES classic. Mario, Bowser, and Peach are back, partnering up to repair the wish-granting Star Road and to stop the troublemaking Smithy Gang. We still don't know if there's any brand new content, but this remake does add new battle elements like timed hits affecting all enemies and a triple move that'll change depending on your party. Even if it's almost the same game, this Legend of the Seven Stars is one worth revisiting when it launches exclusively for the Nintendo Switch on November 17th. Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. Granblue Fantasy Versus was already a fantastic fighting game, and Rising seems like it's only going to improve on the fundamentals-focused fighter. This game introduces a new story mode that helps players to learn the basics while progressing through an immersive story spanning 3 parts. The story from the original Granblue Fantasy Versus is included, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. When you're done there, you can duke it out in online ranked and casual matches. When you're not brawling it out online or experiencing the new story mode, you can also play the Grand Bruise Legends, a unique lobby where you can challenge other players to obstacle courses and survival games. If you're not an experienced fighter, the simplified controls will let you go toe-to-toe with the very best, though they have prepared different scenarios for every character, just so you can practice. Rise to the challenge when Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising launches for PlayStation and PC on November 30th. Because I'm the one doing the voiceovers this month, I get to add my own bonus. RoboCop Rogue City. I'm an unrepentant RoboCop fanatic, and despite what has to be potentially the best release year in the history of gaming, there's just one more game I'd like to mention, and that's RoboCop Rogue City. Developer Teon of Terminator Resistance fame is back with a fresh story in the RoboCop universe. Peter Weller returns to voice the titular walking tank of justice, and frankly, this looks like it's going to be yet another incredibly strong entry in a year chock full of them. RoboCop Rogue City releases on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S on November 2nd. Look for my first hour and change where I give you entirely too many trivia facts in no particular order, as well as David's take on this beloved 80s staple. The holidays are just around the corner, and looking at my exploded backlog, I'd argue it's already here, so make sure you get these on your wish list, and don't forget to pick up an extra copy for that special someone in your life as well. I'm Ron Burke, Editor-in-Chief for GamingTrend.com. Happy gaming, and we'll see you again very soon.